I made this belt bag out of one of my mom's old shirts. It's absolutely perfect and I love it so much. Hi, hello, and welcome. I'm making a mess. I'm Katrina and welcome to moonbellymakes. Welcome to my fabric mess. I've started making myself a crossbody belt bag because I really wanted one and I found a really cute pattern on Etsy. So I bought the pattern and I started making it. I'm making it out of an old shirt. The shirt was my mom's and then mine and it no longer fits, and it also has a big stain on the front. So I knew I wanted to take this embroidery and turn it into something, so I decided it would be perfect for this bag. I found this inspiration on Pinterest of an embroidered, I think it's a wallet or a little clutch or something. And so that was kind of my thinking. I know it obviously looks very different, but that's my thinking. And as I started doing it, I was like, this is gonna be so cute. This is gonna be so functional. I'm so excited to have this new little belt bag. And I always just want to make things for my friends. So I'm making three. So I'm making three. That's what's happening. I'm going to make them all with a slightly different kind of upcycled technique. So I already started the one that's the upcycled embroidered shirt. The next one I'm going to kind of piece as I go, which is something I've never done before. I have this box of crumbs, fabric crumbs. A fabric crumb is a small piece of fabric, just like a cake crumb. I kind of sort my crumbs into two categories. I have the things that are far too small for anything other than to be stuffing for a pillow or an ottoman someday. Really tiny pieces and thread, that goes in one container. And then in this box, I have bigger pieces that can be turned into something, but in a crummy way. Not in a bad way, crumby way. I'm going to do a intuitive improv pieced together vibe for one of them. And then the other one, I'm going to do stamp printing on it. Just using some blocks that I already carved for the wall hanging in the living room. I'm going to just use those stamps and that ink again and make some stamped fabric. So I'm going to start with that so that it dries. Yeah!
The idea to make this bag first came from a place of feeling inadequate. I've always been very particular about how my clothing feels. For example, when I was very little, I never wore pants, just dresses and skirts, with warm, usually Hannah Anderson tights in the winter, until I was about 12. I just hated the way that pants felt. They were so hard. Eventually, I got tired of answering when other kids asked me why I never wore pants and of getting teased outright about it. So my journey on the teenager in the early 2000s to skinny jeans wearing millennial pipeline began. Alongside my sensory sensitivities, my family shopped primarily at thrift and secondhand stores, which meant it was rare to find something that was currently quote-unquote in. As I became a full-fledged teenager and these things began to matter to me more, I felt that my clothes and my shoes were always just a little bit behind. I'd have something in mind and keep my eyes peeled every time we went to the thrift store, only to finally find what I was looking for when I didn't really even want it anymore, hence their availability secondhand in the first place.
Oh, this is going to be so good. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry. And while this dries, I'm going to start putting together the exterior of the kind of patchworky one with the crumbs. And I'm going to start by cutting out a base. I'm going to use flannel to cut out the base, the same flannel that I used for my embroidered one. And then I'm going to try this technique of crumb piecing onto the flannel, which is something I've never done before. So let's see how it goes.
I've been using mostly crossbody small purses for the last many years, and I've started to feel behind. I obviously am not on top of trends, and while I accept this fact and even sometimes cherish this fact about me, sometimes I get hit with it and it makes me feel like that little girl getting made fun of for not wearing pants.
I think I officially got a little carried away. I'm all of a sudden making a lot of bags. It's making me happy though, so I think it's okay. Everything is cut out and ready, and now I'm gonna start sewing. So I just wanna show you how everything's turned out. Finished this printed one, and then the lining for this one, this is for my friend Lauren, and we've been friends since high school. We've been friends for quite some time, a very long time ago. She printed this fabric of us that has all of these pictures of us. There's actually two other kinds that I'll show you too. She got me 3 prints total, but this one I think is my favorite for this context, so it's gonna be the lining. That's Lauren's. this other one for my friend Hester. That is the more quilted one. I love this one. I might have to make another one for myself like this. It was a little bit of a learning curve putting the fabric like onto the backing, but I figured it out. I think it looks really cool. So it's going to have this as the front and back, and also for the little like strap tabs. And then I used this fabric for the bottom and the top where the zipper is gonna go. Same fabric that I'm using as the lining. And this fabric is also somewhat nostalgic because we made dresses together also quite some time ago, and this was my dress fabric. And it's also pretty poignant, remarkable. This was the first fabric that I ever bought at a thrift store. I've used it for other things and I still have some. Like, there's more after this, not much, but there is more. I'm gonna put mine together and like learn how to do it, and then I'll turn into assembly line. I'm nervous because this has 64 instructions, 64 steps. 64, oh my God. 64 steps, and I have done 0 of them. Okay, so the first thing that I need to do is cut the strapping. This is easy, I can do this. 12 inches and 51 inches. I got a 1.25 yards instead of 1 3/4 yards. I'm just gonna let this be, and I'm gonna start on the other steps. Front, top, 2 shorter zipper, right side facing down. What's the front? Oh, I'm loving this already. Okay, page 2. Okay, so now I do basically the same thing, putting the zipper end to the top pieces. I feel like this is the secret that no one tells you about sewing your own things, or honestly making a lot of things in general. You have to budget like time and mental strength for taking out. It's just like part of it. If I let myself feel derailed by it, which is really easy to do, and I get really mad and I like hate the process. But if I just acknowledge that it's part of the process, then it doesn't have to make it suck, you know? I was feeling pranked there for a second, how many things were going wrong. I think it's starting to look like a bag. We're on step 30. We're almost there. It's the next day. I went back to the store. I got more strap. So it's still not enough. I don't know how. Numbers are just not my friend, like ever. So I don't really know how, but I think it's close enough. What I already did today is I just put the little tabs on the straps, so now I can attach the straps to the exterior back. And then pretty much I think then I can put it all together. I think that's what comes next. So this is the last like prep step before it actually turns into a bag. It's gonna work. It's gonna be so cute. Yay. So that sounded like Christopher Walken a little bit, didn't it?
I'm not totally proud of caring about being cool, but I do care about it, gosh dang it. And in this case, I'm pretty happy that I let my animal brain take over. This bag is incredibly useful and a lot less annoying to deal with than those long strap bags of my past. So tell me, do you wear a belt bag, crossbody or otherwise? Are they still the thing, or do I remain just a skosh behind?
It's a bag, except it's not. It kind of looks like a bag. Oh my gosh. It is looking exactly how I wanted it to. Yeah, I love that. Okay, so now I'm gonna put on the back, and then I think it's done. Is it done? Because this was step 52. The next page, put on the back, pin in place. Yeah, then you just put the buckles on. I'm just gonna focus on this, get it done, and I'll show you when it's done. It's so close. It's so cute. And it's so close. I am freaking obsessed. Ta-da! I can't tell you how many compliments I've already gotten on this. I took it traveling with us. Is so good for traveling. I think I put the buckle on the wrong side because I'm right-handed. It should be on the other side, but I fixed that on the other ones for my friends. The only other thing that I'm going to do to this is I'm going to switch out this kind of silvery slide for this matte black slide so that it will match the parachute buckle a little bit better. I do love it. and it fits my new wallet perfectly. If you liked this video, you might like the video of me making my little fabric wallet. You may already have noticed that I am wearing the dress that Hester and I made together that matches her bag. I love it so much. So I did this front pocket a little bit better. It has the lining on both sides, which I didn't do on mine because I wasn't really thinking. It's hard to think in like three-dimensional space before you do something, at least for me. I need to press it still. It's like a little lumpy, but I got a natural strap to match the natural zippers, and then I got silver buckles. So that's Hester's. I love it. This is Lauren's. It's so vibrant and just cheerful and colorful, and I ordered these yellow buckles, so it's all just like lime green and yellow. Of course, both of them have like this little pocket on the inside too. Of course. These more correctly, so the buckle's on the right hand side. Not my colors, but it's great. I love it so much. So I've started 3 more, and I don't think I'm gonna stop there. I've ordered the perfect straps and the perfect buckles and the perfect zippers, and I'm so excited, and I can't wait. I can't wait to get going on them because I am like learning how to make these better and better with each go. There's some like kind of tricky things about making them, but I'm getting better. So once I'm done with those next 3 bags, the next ones that I'm making, I'm gonna put them on my Instagram, so make sure that you are following me there if you want to see them. I need to calm down. I'm just very hyper. I'm very excited. I'm really proud of how these turned out, and just like very energized. Okay, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here and listening to my stories and watching my little projects. It means a lot to me, like a lot. I know that like 340 some subscribers like isn't a lot to a lot of people, but it's a lot to me. Like if I imagine standing in a room and seeing all of you in front of me, like listening to me talk, like that's amazing. That's really incredible, and I really appreciate it, so thank you. And if you're not subscribed yet, you know how to do that. If you made it this far, you probably do like this video, so if you wouldn't mind just giving that thumbs up a little click, I would really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you being here, and I'll see you next time. Big love. Bye.